You are watching Access LaPorte County, Channel 97. Coming up next is the February 6, 2024 meeting of the LaPorte County Parks and Recreation Board. You can find more information for this meeting by visiting www.accesslaportecounty.org.
LaPorte County Park Board meeting for February 6, 2024 to order. Can we have a roll call?
Amanda? Here. Jim?
Here.
Nick?
Yes.
Mike?
Here.
Mary?
Here.
Ron?
Here.
And Mary now is absent.
Okay, can we all stand and say the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, does everybody have a chance to look at the agenda? Can I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
And a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Everybody have a chance to look at the minutes. Any questions? Can I have a motion to approve the minutes as written?
So moved.
And a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Public comment. Do we have any public comment? No. Okay. Hearing no public comment, we'll go on to the financial reports. Any questions about the financials?
So the budget obviously was uploaded at the beginning of the year, so the numbers look a lot better than they did, in October, November, December, all of those months, but
Refill.
yeah.
Yep. Okay. Can I have a motion to approve the financial report?
I so move.
And second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Jeremy?
Yeah, so on the Bloom DNR project, we're still kind of in the stages of working with the landowner and getting a purchase agreement, and still, things are still moving forward. There's a few small items, they're items that the landowner wants done, but we're working with the DNR to try to make sure we get those done. I don't think it's going to be a problem. Neither side is not wanting to do this. It's just the landowner's donating a substantial amount of money for this because of the way the appraisals worked and stuff. I mean, he's not donating money, but he's donating value of land, and he wants that shown. He wants that to be shown that it appraised for a certain amount, and he's going to be donating that difference, right? So DNR is talking with their superiors to make sure they can get that done, and I have no reason to doubt that it's going to happen still, but it's just working through that process. Park Top Foundation budgets, those are on page 9 and 10. If you'll look at that, these are approved projects for this year for Lure and Bloom from the foundation. So this is all, donated money from the foundation. So Lure Park, we have invasive removal for $12,000, composite decking for the boardwalks near the pond, and then a removal of the observation tower and replacement for a total of $40,000. And then on the next page, if you look at the Bloom budget, quite a few projects going on there. Replacing the deteriorated boardwalk for $7,500. Continuing invasive treatments for $10,000. Replace the broken concrete near the Grove Shelter for $1,200. Grove Shelter roof replacement, $7,500. Enclose the Grove Shelter ceiling for $4,000, and trail signage for Westwoods for $5,000, for a total of $35,200. And again, so most of those are in-house projects, except for like the invasive removal and the roof. And the few, obviously we'll get signage made somewhere for the trail signage, but You know, essentially there's $75,000 worth of projects that are approved from the foundation this year. And we're looking at a few other things as well, because Bloom has some funds that we can potentially spend, and so does LaPorte. So.
Those will be nice upgrades.
Yeah, and one of the other ideas we're starting to kind of throw around is to do a water feature in the bird area at the nature center. So I went and looked at Potato Creeks the other day, and it was really, really nice. Maybe more than I thought they were. The cost was higher than I thought it was going to be, but everything is up there right now. So, and then you saw the maintenance construction report, program reports. 2023 totals. I wanted to touch on that. That's on page 14. If you compare, and we don't have them written down here, but you know, totaled up on that page. But I did this the other day, and we had almost. So we ran. You got what's that? That's it right there. I think the totals are on the page, the other page. 14. Is that 14? We had, last year we had around 360,000 people, you know, these are through traffic counters. This year, when you add them up, we're at right around 450. Same counters, same, and I think it's just, we put these new playgrounds in, we put, you know, we're really starting to improve putting restrooms in places, and people are noticing, and I think, you know, COVID turned people on to us, and it's just been, every year it seems like it's been more and more. So, and our staff does a good job of keeping things up, and we've got good programs going on. So,
yeah. And I think the bathrooms in themselves, if you talk to certain people that I know very intimately, they do not like pit toilets, and they will make their decisions on where they go based on, I don't want to have to do that. So these bathrooms have been a very big positive for the park attendants. So
one other thing I wanted to mention, I just had a meeting today with Playon. I don't know if you've heard about this. It's a company in LaPorte, and the Health Foundation hired them to do come up with an app that basically helps communicate healthy living programs and events through social media and all kinds of different stuff. They're actually developing an app that would, if you can download it to your phone for free, and then it would push events to you in your area. And this is, the Health Foundation is doing this, and it's taking stuff from all the different parks around and promoting their programs basically for free. But one of the other things they did was some survey work of, you know, sending surveys out to people, asking them what they want, what they like about the parks, what they maybe don't like about the parks. And one of the resounding things was that our reservation system, not just ours, but the city parks, also our reservation systems and our you know, registration systems were not, they're antiquated. You know, they have to either call in or come out here to do it. And so they're actually looking into possibly working with us in the city parks of LaPorte and maybe Michigan City. I don't know where they're at with that, but to come up with some kind of system where it would be a centralized, where they could register online. Mm-hmm. And potentially, you know, if they don't have a computer, they can call us or come in here and we can help them do that through a kiosk or something, or computer. Just kind of the initial discussions of this, and I know that's what people want. That's the way our world is going, mm-hmm. You know. But it would obviously be some. We'd have to work with the, you know, auditor's office and the treasurer's office, and, you know, but I can't imagine it being a whole lot different than like a credit card company, which we already have. So, mm-hmm. Yeah. So we'll see how that plays out. You know, like I said, this was just the first time we'd even talked about it, but this is what the first thing that came out of that that discussion and those surveys were that, they'd like some easier way to register for events and programs. And the other thing was more social programs, and by that I mean like where they could come and do something at the park or wherever, and then still hang out and do things. So it's almost like a social group instead of just, hey, come to the program and we teach you something and you leave. So that so we're also talking about somehow working with HFL to do running clubs and things like this, or something that's more social that would be health, active living, social things. And so initial discussions, but it just happened this week, so I wanted to let you know what was going on there.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, committee reports. Executive committee, I do not believe has a report. Budget committee,
Nothing, because we just
did budget?
Yeah.
That's good. Personnel committee.
So thanks for those who did the Superintendent Jeremy's performance review. We've conducted that and gave him what you guys have said about him. He did a pretty good job throughout that. So probably the next year, it'll be in December again, we'll have that to send out again. And then the board position renewal appointments, it was sent out to everybody to make sure that's the appointments you still want to be on, and your address and all those information is correct. And if it's not correct, just let us know. There's only just one typo I've seen so far. So, and then Ron and Jim have, as last meeting has said, they would be president and vice president again. Is there any other things?
Oh, I think, Amanda had brought up, with Nick coming on, and if we thought, the committees he's on, if he thought those were okay, I don't know where we would be. He doesn't know what those are yet. You're just finding out.
Very helped.
Yeah, so, so what we did, we just plugged you into Aaron's spots, which were budget committee and personnel committee. I can talk with you about those, and you can talk to the other two people. Well, they're actually both married.
Yep.
So she can talk to you about what those entail. But if before the next meeting, if we feel like, or if you feel like maybe I should be on one of these others, maybe I have more of an interest in one of the others, then let us know. And I think most of the people have been here long enough that we can work something out.
It looks fine to me.
Yeah. Okay.
That's it.
Okay, very good. Property committee.
I can kind of mention that on that one. So that the Rolling Prairie Highway Department, discussion, I think we kind of talked about it at the last meeting, and if I remember right, the board was pretty much in favor of working with the commissioners and, accepting that as a potential property in the future. And I know Rich may have something to say about this as well. You want to chime in, Rich, or?
Yeah, I think what we need to do is have a letter of acceptance where the county actually turns it over to the park board to be a park, to be developed. I'm working with Scott on that. We'll get that document ready to go. And it won't be at our meeting tomorrow, but possibly the meeting after that. So we'll officially sign it over. Like a marriage life. Here you go. It's your park.
Yeah.
And, also, I think I related to you that I talked with Dr. King Dr. King. Oh, right. Out of the school.
Yeah.
Newbury. And there's a couple of organizations that would like to come out and help her with do the cleanup or help develop the trail or whatever. Maybe some good ideas. Because they'll get extra credit for that. And then also, the Northern Prairie, the Conservation Club, they're not real active right now, but they were very excited about this potential park. They said they like to come out and their expertise. So when the weather breaks, we'll be able to get a little bit, start working on it a little more. But in the meantime, we'll get the legal documentation drawn up where we actually designate it as a park. And you can go out and break a bottle of champagne over the walk we'll figure out what we want to do. I know that building is really, the little building at the top is probably, I don't know if it's fixable. The big one, maybe.
Right.
We're come up with a good plan for that. There's a lot of people out in my hometown of Willow Prairie that are very excited about the idea.
Yeah, I know Mitch Bishop, him and I went out there and he's working on kind of a preliminary rough drawing of some ideas, where the trail would go, where maybe a shelter and a playground and those kind of things, parking area and things like that. So, and I know, I've talked to Commissioner Grammarosa too, and Commissioner Haney, all of them are on board. They like the idea, and I think one of the things that we had discussed, I had discussed with Commissioner Grammarosa as well, is that there may be some highway department needs that we need them to help clean some things up, and I don't think that'll be a problem. I mean, they used it for many years, and I think they at times be willing to come and help us do whatever to clean up the. There is somewhat of a mess in some areas, so it's not like it's going to be opened as a park tomorrow.
Right.
But thanks for thinking of us, commissioners, and I know this has been being talked about for a while. I think every one of the commissioners has mentioned it to me over the past several years, just think it would be a great fit.
Okay. Let's go to the planning committee.
So that one I can talk about too.
Okay.
There wasn't much there that we discussed. It was kind of a last minute. Department of Health has a trail planning grant that is it's a $20,000 grant with a match of $20,000, which I already have between my park foundation was going to go ahead and give $20,000, and then we have some money in a non-reverting that I think we can use. We're sitting pretty good in that non-reverting. And then I'd like to go for, apply for another $25,000 from the Healthcare Foundation, or Health Foundation of LaPorte. And what this grant would do was give us a comprehensive plan for trails in the county. It would compile all the trails that are here, that Michigan City has, that LaPorte has, that LaPorte County has, the one that they're building down south, and across and stuff. So we would compile all that and then start really planning connections so that everybody's not just kind of, and I don't want to say willy-nilly, because there is kind of a method to the madness, but if we had this plan, I think everybody would benefit by it, all these other agencies and the county, in making connections instead of having a trail that stops here and no real plan of when and how we're going to get to the next trail that's already there. Down under new business there, I've got just approval, hoping to get your approval to go ahead, which, I already applied, I already told you guys about this grant, but, and then hoping that we can get that grant and move forward and get a good plan, a real good comprehensive plan in place, so.
Right. I think it makes sense to be able to know how the connections can go with those.
Yeah, because the last plan that was done, we have a plan for the Lincoln Trail, and that was almost 15 to 20 years ago, and a lot of things have changed since then. And then, LaPorte has a plan, and the Michigan City's plan is quite old as well. So it's kind of time that we all, we kind of get a good plan for the county.
Right. Okay. Rules Committee? No report? Okay. Old business, Kankakee property lease. That expires next April, and you have to apply to renew it 1 year in advance. I don't feel there's nothing advantageous about renewing that because of the access issues and the maintenance issues. We don't have a boat. That's the only way you can get there. Pretty sure that the DNR would love to have it back.
Yeah, so I did talk to the DNR. I went and met with them. So this was a 20 or 30 year lease, of a property that sits along the Kankakee River. The only access through it is either through private ground or through the river. So you had to take a boat, and there was a tiny little campsite that the Northwest Indiana Paddlers had put in. We have no control over it, no way to monitor it. We get more complaints than we get more complaints about it about trespass and things like that than we do inquiries about it. Right. So it's kind of one of the deals where we don't have access to it, and the DNR is, they were agreeable to take, just take it back and turn it into basically a open hunting area that's accessible through boat or whatever. So.
And we did have a partnership agreement with the paddlers, and the paddlers said that they would fill us in on how much it was used, and they would help monitor it if it had any needs that the park department could take care of or help with, and that really hasn't happened. And so I think at this point it behooves us just to say, let's let the lease lapse. So, do we need a motion to do that? Can we get a motion to allow the property lease to lapse and return back to the DNR?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it.
Thanks. And just to let you know, honestly, I've been down there once in the 9 years I've been here. That's the last time
Yeah.
anybody from the staff was able to get down.
Yeah, and that's okay. I've been 3.
Yeah.
So it's not an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. New business. Approval to apply for the Department of Health grant trail planning.
So moved.
In a second.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. And approval to apply for the Health Foundation of LaPorte Trail Planning Grant. I need a motion. And a second?
I'll second that.
Okay, pick your choice. All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. And the $10,000 match request for the trail planning grant out of the account 1179-20200-0000259.
That's our non-reverting.
Non-reverting, yeah. Okay, can I have a motion to accept that?
Move we accept that.
Okay, and a second?
I'll second that.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. And we have public comment on again, so I'm taking there's probably no public comment at this point. Board and staff comments. I would just like to give a plug for the night hikes. I've been to 2 out of the 3, and they are incredibly well run, informative, and it's just really nice to get out in the woods at night. So I'd encourage
We have
everybody
another
to
one on Friday. We also have our, calling it the Fractal Frolic Dance, coming up at the end of the month. So if you're interested in bringing, it's for a child and parent, or child and grandparent, or whatever, our families, 10 years and younger, keep it at 10 years and younger. They're going to be doing all kinds of fun stuff. I mean, of course they're going to dance. We're going to have a cakewalk, which when's the last time you heard of a cakewalk going on? I mean, that was big years ago, but chocolate covered strawberries. They're going to make Mardi Gras masks. They're going to decorate them and make them there at the thing. So there's several crafts going on. So it's going to be fun. Still have room for that. So sign up for that. And check out our website for the other events and programs. They're doing a lot of stuff.
Any other comments? Can I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Before you leave, I just wanted to say that I wish all of our boards in the county ran as smoothly as you guys do. It's really a pleasure to have the dedicated, hardworking people on this committee that get along and do their job. And I'm especially proud of Jeremy for his leadership. You've all made the LaPorte County Park System something that we're very, very proud of. So thank you all for your hard work, and thank you, Jeremy, for your leadership.
Right. Jeremy makes our jobs really, really easy, and he keeps us informed of everything. So hats off to Jeremy.
He comes out from Hollyfield, that can't be.
Well, what can you do, You get what you get, right? And Kathy and the staff are just amazing. So it's just a great combination. So thank you for the comments. Can I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
And a second.
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Meeting adjourned.